Good afternoon, guys. Have you got the right link? I sent the video with the link out yesterday. Good afternoon. Once I switch my mic on, there will be audio. I'm just waiting for more people to join. Says where? I'm with you. Hi, Sylvia. There is audio now, guys. I am here for questions. Let's just give them a little bit of time to log in. There's three of us at the moment. I can see Sylvia and I can see Nesizwe. Oh, Emmanuel's here now as well. Hello, good to see you as well, Emmanuel. Okay, let's just give the guys, maybe they're battling with data and network and things because of this weather doesn't help it either. Good to see you too, Emmanuel. Hi, Olivia. Good, the guys are coming in now. I don't know why my mic is on, and I don't know why you can't hear me, Precious. My mic is on. The rest of the guys can hear me. Just tell me, guys, in the WhatsApp, can you hear me? Hi, guys, my mic is on. Can you hear me? I'm just waiting for the rest of the guys to come in. Maybe they've got network problems. This weather doesn't help in the with the network. We're all battling. Hi, Precious. Hi, Emmanuel. This is where I can see you, Sylvia. Says where you there, Sorrel, you there. So we're all online. Okay, great, Olivia. Thank you. Okay, so basically, I'm going to start now. I mean, it's 3:10. This is a Q&A on leadership. It's your second assignment. You should be used to it now. It is your literature review. So what I wanted to say to you guys, I gave you quite a bit of, hi, Marcella. I can see you as well. Okay, Precious, why are you saying no? Because the rest of the guys are saying they can hear me. Precious, can you hear me now? No answer from her. I don't know. The rest of the guys can hear me. Okay, so, all right, let's carry on. Any questions and answers? I did the videos. You guys have got the slides. Hi, Tobeka. I can see you. Thank you. Any questions and answers? I think my slides are pretty good as to what you can all read. You're all adults. Is there anybody that is worried about assignment 2? Send me your questions. I'll answer you. It is purely a literature review. So it's basically the same as what we did last semester. You're now going to look at your problem statement, your questions, etc., And you now need to go and find literature that backs up. That's all I want. Give me 3 pages of literature plus your references. Your references is excluding the 3 pages. You shouldn't be battling to get onto Turnitin. It's open. We checked it this morning. I was on main campus this morning. So everything should be going okay. You should be able to submit by tomorrow. Are you? Oh, thank you, Cesware. Really, the slides that Prof. Connie did, I took over this subject from Prof. Connie. I'm actually, my expertise is in facilitation. So you'll see Prof. Connie Malloy, but she did the most beautiful slides. And I think my study guide, I have literally written everything that you guys need to know. In the next class, what I want to do is actually give you a lecture on methodology, because some guys haven't done method. Yes, 3 pages, and that is excluding your references. And remember what I did say in the slides. I am going to go back to your assignment 1, and I'm going to check that your literature review relates to your problem statement, relates to your questions, your aims, objectives, etc. So basically, I'm giving myself a double job at this stage. But I don't want you to lose what they call is the golden string. Everything has to flow when you write. And come on, guys, you've had 8 months to acclimatize. Yes, 3 pages of literature review. Because remember, when you write an article and you submit it into a journal, the maximum that they actually allow these days is 15 pages. So that is together with your references. So that's why I want to keep it short and concise. I don't want to read waffle. I want to read stuff that flows through a golden chain all the way out. Any questions? Any questions yet? No, guys. Any questions on leadership and the strategies that I went through yesterday? I think those slides are absolutely unbelievable that Prof. Connie did. Yes, the golden thread. So it must flow from the introduction to your problem statement to your questions that you're asking. The literature must answer and say, listen, this is what I've read about this topic. And from there we go next week, and then we do the methodology, not next week, 3 weeks' time. Then we do the methodology on how you're going to conduct your research. It's either going to be quantitative, qualitative, but remember, I've asked you for interviews. So again, you're going to use mixed methods. But I'll give you a lecture on research methodology in 3 weeks. All I want now is your literature review. Please don't send me assignment 1 and assignment 2 together. I don't want that now. I only want assignment 2, which is only your literature review. You don't have to do an introduction again. I just want the literature. Remember, in assignment 1 was your introduction, so I will know what you are getting at. Yes, says where that golden thread. Your paragraphs must link up to the question. I know my hands are going mad. I'll drink some coffee. Okay. Yes, 3 pages plus your references. Any other questions? Remember the strategies. Remember how I said a leader can have a whole lot of leaders with them. Doesn't need to be one person, but a leader should have the main goal as their vision, just like VUT has a vision. Everybody has to have a vision, and underneath that you have your managers. But it takes people to lead and people to manage. And you have to understand that also in terms of people, you have to understand the dynamics. Just like you guys in your groups, you have to understand the dynamics in your groups. One person is leading. Oh, Ilwani, you can hear me now. Good.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, Bikini's just, hi, Bikini from the Western Cape. Far away, Michael. I hope your COVID numbers come down now, eh? Anybody got any questions? Is there something that you don't understand? Sorry, I just need to answer something. Yes. Any guys, are you fine with it? Remember, don't change topics now. You keep on the same, it's exactly the same as last semester, people. We're just getting better at writing. We're getting more. And remember what I said, I think at some stage I will redo the lecture that we all were on different links at some stage. I'm not promising when, but I will redo it. But I think the slides you guys can read. It's you're all leaders in your fields. You postgraduates, you adults. You're either leading your family or you're leading a group of people, or you're in management, or you are somewhere. Even if you're a lecturer in a TVET college, you're still a leader of students. I think things are very self-explanatory in terms of the slides, and yeah, yes. Says we're very, very interesting topics. You can extend it so far, it's scary. And especially in the times that we're in now, how do you lead people that are working from home now? How do you manage to lead them, and where you're not in an office where you can actually go to somebody's door and say, hey, what are you doing? What's happening? So you can't monitor what is going on. That's why I gave you 89 topics, and you can take it as far as what you like, but don't broaden it too much that you lose your thread. Don't make too many questions that there are too many questions to answer, because then it becomes huge and then you start sort of going off the topic, and that's not what we want. I want you to write specifically. That's why I wanted to see your problem statement. And when I read your literature review, I'm going to go back to your assignment one and check that everything flows. Okay, Luani Precious, you can hear me now. I'm on live. So as long as I promise you, the slides are so self-explanatory. They are brilliant. There's a lot of theories in there. But the thing that worries me is that now, in terms of these times, leadership has changed. If you even look at VUT at the moment, I mean, we under administration because our managers and leaders up there couldn't do it. So things are changing. Things are changing. Our normal life, as we knew it then, is it's not normal anymore. We've got a new normal life, wearing masks, working from home, I think you guys need to sort of include that. Look in your literature for very recent stuff to see what people are now doing in terms of leadership, especially in higher education. Um, things are vastly changing. And even our university is going through a, if I can call it like a reshuffle to see who they can get rid of, because also there's no money. Budgets are being spent. That's a huge thing with leaderships, because how do you, as a leader, you have to also manage the budget, you have to manage, etc. So that's quite a big thing. Hi, Emmanuel. Three without your references, but please put your references in, because I am an editor, so I do check your references. So you can't cite something in your 3 pages and then not cite it at the end. Okay, Emmanuel, have you got me? I do want your references, because I want you guys to make money from articles. This is all about getting compensation for, yes, absolutely, says where pestle factors come into play. You are so right. You are so right. We need to manage everything. We have to be leaders. I don't know how far you've gone in facilitation, but there's a whole thing about group dynamics. You have to be in touch with people's emotions, in touch with what you're doing as a leader. You can't walk around being an absolute, I don't know what you would call them. I'll probably say a horrible name, and I'm being recorded, so I won't say it. But yeah, you've got to take into account that people are under stress. The group dynamics. How does your group get together and meet? And every company that is successful doesn't only have one leader. That's what I wanted to also tell you. It doesn't have to be one leader. You can have many leaders, as long as you all have the same progressive goal. That is the main thing. That is leadership, is that you have to have a progressive goal, and you have to always keep checking that you're on the same path together. You can't have one leader going to Joburg and other leader going to Durban, if I can explain it to you like that. You all have to have the same vision, and then uplift your staff. Please take note about that. And I speak about that very regularly. It's called positive impact. Remember, negativity does not work with people. It's positive criticism. You say, yes, I understand what you've done. However, I think this is a different way of looking at it. Not, no, you're wrong. You got me? Collaborative, yes. It's sharing, says where, it's sharing a common vision. You are so right. You've got to have, but remember, the leaders have the goal out there. The managers will have short-term goals, which will lead to the leaders' long-term goals in the end. And that's the difference between leadership and management. Management is short term. Leadership is the vision at the end. Anybody else? Anything else I have to say? I'm here with you until 6, so. Anybody else? You want to talk? You want to ask me? I'm starting to mark your stuff on Saturday. And there's a whole lot of strategies, people. You've got to look at how things are changing, how technology is changing. Look at us now. Normally, I would be standing in front of you in a lecture theatre, and I actually miss that face-to-face contact. But now things have changed. How do you manage that? How do you manage that as a company with a leader, or whether you're in a TVET college with your HOD? Is he checking on you every day? Oh, it says we adapt or die. I love that. It's true. It is so true. Adapt or die. But we all have to adapt. And our mental and emotional stage that we're in also has to adapt. And you have to adapt to the circumstances. You have to adapt to your managers. You have to adapt if you're a leader. If I was a leader like an HOD or something in a faculty, I would die. I'd be phoning everybody every day to make sure that they're online at the moment. So it's a huge change. It's an emotional change. It's a change in our lifestyle. It's a cultural change, and yeah, unfortunately, this is the way we have to do it now. Is, as you say, adapt or die, and I'm trying to adapt to being online with you guys. I'm not, because normally by now I would be coming back to you in the lecture theatre and saying, listen, you submitted assignment 1, but I want to show you here what you did wrong. And I absolutely can't at this stage. I wanted to find out, I was watching the news the other about blades, and are we going back? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I don't know about the postgrad students. I was on main campus this morning, and I think it's only the academic staff that have to be back. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not quite sure. I will get back to you. I will email all of you. It seems like it's only the academic staff that needs to be back. I don't know why. The only people who are on campus at the moment, at main campus, is the guys in 4th year doing clinical trials. So it'll be your biomed, the guys doing biotechnology, 4th year engineers that have got practicals, etc., etc. But I was there this morning, and I promise you it was empty. I know he said 100%. On Monday, I'm going to Seba King, because, you know, I've got 2 offices. I work with BEd as well. So on Monday, I'm back at Seba King. I don't know. You know, this is where I said to you, things are so mismatched at the moment, and everybody's confused, not knowing where the hell we are and what we're supposed to do. Are you supposed to come back to GW 306 where I can lecture you? But then how do I put you 1.5 meters apart besides running in between auditoriums? You know, it's great to say, but, you know, come back as 100%, but then how do you manage that capacity of students? So I will get back to you. I will ask Doc CC. I'm hoping, because I really want to see you face to face, and let me check your stuff before you submit it, because the whole idea here was great. I was fine with you through first semester, but now second semester, I want one guy in every group, one guy to be the representative. I'll tell you why, guys. It's not prejudiced against you. I have 1,000 students, and if they all email me in a day, I'm old, I'm technologically disadvantaged, and I'm battling to sync things into all the correct folders. So it just becomes a complete nightmare. Just to give you an example, I teach natural sciences for the BEds. I teach natural sciences pedagogy. I teach education 1, and I teach teaching practice. Plus you guys. Plus last semester, I also had mathematics for senior phase. So it's crazy. I mean, with everybody emailing me. So I just want one guy out of the group. Come on, use your leadership skills. Be good amongst the groups. Guys, don't fight, please, because that's the worst thing I got last semester, is that you're fighting in the groups and you're disagreeing and somebody wants to work on their own. I don't have a problem with somebody who wants to work on their own. I know that maybe the other lecturers do have a problem with that you have to stay in your groups. But then let me know. You all have my telephone number. I wish you'd lose it and lose my email address. But yeah. Okay. So I can't answer you whether you have to be back. I don't know, because I don't know how they're going to give 266 of you permits, because at the moment they are still in level 1 checking the permits on main campus. So if you don't have a permit, you cannot get into varsity. Anybody else want to ask me anything? Have we still got people attending? Says, where are you adapting? I love it. Adapt or die. Tobeka, are you okay? All clear, guys? Okay, I don't know how else is joining us. I have no idea. Maybe they're still coming in and they're still at work. No, Tobeka, that's a pleasure. I will actually find out from CC tomorrow, because I'm also very unsure. I have a child at university as well that should be going for practicals, and they were supposed to start last Monday, but nobody was notified. I mean, the guys from MTN, sorry. The guys from MTN still don't have data, which is really scary. Data is not being supplied. There's still guys without devices, and they promised us on the 14th of September, no student will be left behind, that everybody will have data. I even have a lecturer lecturing with me. He's actually in your postgrad that's never received data. Much better, hey? YouTube's great. Listen, Nomvula, 3 pages. If you need me to extend assignment 1's date, please let me know now so that I can fix it on Turnitin if you missed the first lesson. But all the slides are there. I've given you guys, basically what I've done is, if you just read through the learner guide, I've given you step, step, step. Yes, 3, and then your references. Okay, so it's not 3 in total, 3 pages of literature review, and then your references, because I'm going to reference what you reference back to your problem statements. He says, well, that's fine. Yes, 3, then your references. Okay. Because trust me, I'm looking for that golden thread that goes through. I want to know what your problem statement was. Remember, you had 89 topics to choose from. So my vision has got to be that broad, but then I won't remember what you did. So I'm going to go back and click in assignment 1 and say, what was this guy's problem statement? What's he asking? What has he read on it? Okay, if that makes any sense to you. So I will be checking up. Yes, definitely. And then your references. You know what I'll do? I'll resend the study guide out. Selo, hi. I will resend the study guide out. The study guide has basically got every assignment written for you, step by step by step. All you have to do is fill in the missing gaps. What I will do is I will resend to you guys. I'll resend you the study guide. Selo, okay, you happy with that? Because especially when you guys get to assignment 3, you're going to battle. If you're not used to methodology in terms of mixed methods, which you're actually going to be using, it's going to be very, very confusing. So what I want to do when I see you guys next again is before you submit your assignment on assignment 3 with methodology, and you are going to be asked to interview 5 people. But listen, in these times, you can either do it via email, you can either do it via taped conversation. You will see in my study guide, it's first, which method did you use? Number 1, you're using people, right? Number 2, you are looking at what they said. So immediately you've got qualitative and quantitative. So that means you are using mixed methods, okay? So remember, it's a mixed method view that most of you should be using anyway. Sela, you okay? Everybody all right? Tobeka, you all okay? Guys, it's exactly the same as last semester. But now your language has to get better. Okay, number 1, because I have this absolute need to correct your language. Please make sure that somebody in your group rereads the assignment to make sure that the language is correct before you submit it on Turnitin. And guys, we have a huge thing. I had a big thing with Doc, who said, we are not allowed to mark anything that is on email now because it just got too hectic last semester. Only today have I managed to submit all of your portfolios to the external moderator. So nothing on email, please. Make sure, guys, that you're on time, please. I understand we're all parents, we all whatever, but let's get those things, and no late submissions. He said absolutely no late submissions on Turnitin. Nothing. We can accept nothing. So if you're not on the date, you're gone. Okay. Your submission date is actually tomorrow. Yo. NTOX. How much longer do you need, guys? Come on. You know, you've also got to consider that I'm marking, and I'm also marking B.Ed. Must I give you a week longer? So instead of tomorrow, can I make it the 7th? Will you guys be happy with that? Because other than that, there are no more late submissions. Unfortunately, Doc Cece said he's not marking anything. We're not allowed to mark anything on email. So please don't email me saying you were late, because he said immediately we must delete it. I will delete it because really, you've had 8 months to acclimatize to what has happened. Hi, Leslinolo. 3 pages, All the slides I submitted to you guys on email. You didn't even need my lecture. Those slides are so stunning from Prof. Connie. Monday the what? Where are we going now? We third. Okay, let me just look at my diary, guys, quickly. Let me just look at my diary. Hold on, Monday. Just hang on. Let's get into Monday. Okay, right. Listen, people. Okay, I'll answer you now, Cello. Monday is the 5th. I will change the date. Let me just write it in my diary while I'm here. Change date on Turnitin. Right. As soon as we go off now, I will change the submission date to the 5th. Okay, but then from there onwards, you've got the weekend to do it, people. Cello, are you listening? I gave you, at the end of my study guide, 89 references and topics. You can use any one of those that you like, as long as it involves leadership and higher education. Don't tell me about leadership in Mfuleni municipality, which I've seen before. Prof. Connie was moaning about it. As long as it is in management and leadership in higher education, the 89, if you look at my study guide, there's 89 references that you can use. If you deem it relevant, please check that I deem it relevant. Cello, are you with me? Put a thumbs up, please. All right, the 89 topics, people, just make it relevant to leadership in higher education. Most of you guys have already got a post, have graduated. You've been in a university or a TVET college or whatever. You're probably in managerial posts. Come on, use your heads, let's think. But as long as, Cello, as long as whatever you have as assignment 1, you keep that assignment, just like last semester, you keep that assignment all the way until the end of your portfolio. Okay, don't change topics, because I will go back to your problem statement and check that the literature review means that you've read up about what you think is a problem. Give me a thumbs up, Cello. Are you okay? Let me just type, guys, are you okay? What's that, Chichovo? Cello, what you saying? I was going to type, guys, are you okay? And I think, people, for further classes, I'm going to use YouTube now. Everybody knows how to use YouTube. I will thanks, Cello. I will pre-record, and then I think we should have a Q&A. It seems to work on a Friday like this. So I will pre-record the lesson, and I can tell you, leadership now is over. The next one is going to be Friday, the 23rd of October on my board. And then I am going to give you research methodology, because you're going to need it in order to complete assignment 3. Happy, guys? Give me a thumbs up, please. Yeah. This YouTube, says where, this YouTube works like a bomb. I can pre-record it, and then you know what? It's always there for you guys to go back and look at. Okay. Much better than Microsoft Teams. I hate Microsoft Teams because, number one, some people can't get onto it. Number two, your lessons expire after 16 days. So from now on, I'm going to do everything on YouTube. It's public to everybody. I don't care who sees it and who doesn't. You know, when I teach the B.Ed guys, I actually do live dissections on lungs and hearts on YouTube. Yeah, very good. Says where Microsoft Teams is not user-friendly. Every time now I'm going to use YouTube and I'm going to tell you guys, here's my pre-recording. And on a Friday, it feels like I have more contact time with you, if I can explain it like that. So you can always go back and look at what I've said in terms of the videos. And then now we have this. So this is like being in a classroom, but it's not. I hate it because I can't see you. Little Noro, thank you. I can't see you. So, but at least you can ask me and we can go into, and I can actually, instead of just giving you a lesson on Microsoft Teams, I can actually come and you can ask me, Michelle, can I send you this? Quickly check if it's all right. You understand? To me, this is like the perfect way to give it. Everybody knows how to use YouTube. Microsoft Teams and all these other platforms, we've proved they're not working. And guys, if you want me to go back to lesson 1, do me a favor. You are not idiots. You are adults. You are clever. Go and look at the slides. I will, just now when I'm finished, I will get the study guide down and I will show you guys. There's a choice of 3, but underneath, there's 89 topics. Just make sure it's relevant. Don't tell, as I said, don't tell me about leadership in Infileni municipality. I'm not interested in that. I want to know what you're experiencing if you're in a TVET college, wherever you are. But it has to do with higher education. Why are you all laughing at me? Oh, it's a yes. You can even bring in the 4th Industrial Revolution. I love this, Sizwe. Yes, it is. It is how we're going to live. And this is going to be a normality. Is there anybody else? Are you all happy? Look, it's 10 to 4. I don't want you to use data. Is everybody okay? Give me a thumbs up, the guys who are on